So first, let's talk about the scalar subquery now, because we have already seen how we can use the scalar subquery. So scalar subquery is something that has, let me just try to write it down. So scalar subquery is something that has one column and one row. You can say, you can just call it row, one row in the data. Okay. Now, in the previous one, we have seen a subquery, right? So if I just try to run this one, okay, if I just try to run this one, you will see that average price of the product is this. Okay, now it has only one column and it has only one row. So the row is this and the column is this, right? The average price. So these kind of queries, we call them as scalar subquery. Okay, now how does this query run? So that is the main thing that we will need to understand, because see, there are two queries now, right? There is one outer query and there is one inner query or a subquery, right? So now, whenever it will runs this kind of query, which one comes first and which one comes next, right? So in case of the scalar subquery, what happens is, first, if you run this whole statement, okay, just let me just try to run this. You see, the result is given. But when we fire the run button, what happens is, first is what SQL will do is SQL will first check this one. Okay, it will not check this one. Okay, it will not check the outer query. It will check only the inner query. Okay, or the subquery, inner query or the subquery. Okay, so what it will do is it will first run this one. Okay, and then when it runs, what is the output that it is giving? The output, whenever SQL runs this statement, the output is 28.87, you can call it, right? 28.87. Now what it will do is it will hold this value. Okay, so this value will be at hold. Then what SQL will do is SQL will run this one, and when it will reach to this point, this where point, what it will do is it will impute this value in place of this whole query. Okay, so first it will run this query and then it will run this query, and then what it will do, it will take the result from this query and it will just impute it over here. So this is how the scalar subquery works. Okay, now in our next video we are going to talk about the multiple row subquery. Okay, so that's it for this video. See you in the next lecture.